Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
A good Saturday morning, and here we go. The best of Outdoors with Larry Ray over the past 500 shows. All right, good Saturday morning. This is Larry Ray, and welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on Country Legends WMC 79. We're visiting this morning in the studio with Dave Gabbert of the TWRA.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dave, and also Gene Smith of the TWRA Hunter Education Program. And, guys, I know that, my buddy's coming up right now. He had a busy week here last week. I mean, he had a busy week, but it didn't stop him from going fishing this week.
But what's his name?
Hey, Bill Dance.
Hey, Larry Ray.
Hey.
Boy, you look good on the radio.
Oh, don't I look good on the radio?
He does get up early in the mornings.
What do you say, Mr. Gabber?
What's going on,
Hey,
Brother
man.
Bill?
How are you?
Dance is the only guy that leaves me a message on my answer machine talking to my wife. I mean, that, oh, is that right? Oh, yeah, is that right? Yeah. So I saved that. But, Bill, I know that last week you had a pretty busy week.
It was a very memorable week. I had got to do two great things and then topped it off with a good buddy of mine catfishing over at Pickwick. So I had a phenomenal week. We had the IGA Awards banquet down in Fort Lauderdale, and that was probably one of the most prestigious things that I've ever experienced. And
You have to wear a tie?
beg your pardon?
Did you have to wear a tie?
Yeah, I tell you what, I put on my Sunday best, buddy.
Put on his Sunday best. But this is Bill was named to the Hall of Fame. And, I mean, you look at some of the people that's gone into that thing, Bill. I know that never in your wildest dreams that growing up here in the big city of Memphis would think you'd be sitting around with some of those guys. I know.
I tell you right now, to be honored by your peers is something that's just so special, Larry. And, you look with great names that there's only 60 members in that thing. It started back in the 1800s. There was people like Ernest Hemingway, Ted Williams,
Wow.
Zane Grey, Kurt Gowdy, and Lee Wolf. And I was very fortunate I knew Lee Wolf. I got to fish with him some, and Kurt Gowdy, I got to fish with Kurt, and I knew him. And then there's only 13 of us that are living now. And Mark Sosen and Ray Scott and Roland Martin reminded me of that about 15 times. I told them, I said, if y'all say that one more time, I'm going to dope up you. But it was a very, very prestigious thing, and my family got to go with me. That's and right. That IGFA hall is absolutely, it's just breathtaking.
And then I know that was on like a Tuesday, and then Saturday he put his earplugs in, or Sunday, and went to Atlanta. Yeah,
we got to be the Grand Marshal again at the Atlanta Bass Pro Shops Atlanta 500.
That's great.
And it was that was a prestigious thing. So
I mean, did you pick the winner? Did you know what was going on out
there?
Well,
Johnny Marsh and I, he made the statement. He said, if Martin Truex can win it, Dale Jr. can win it, or Tony Stewart can win it, we have had a phenomenal race, and Tony won it.
Tony won it.
Wow.
Yeah, you would think. We went over in the winner's circle after the race, and as Tony pulled the car in, and Johnny was like, you thought Johnny won the race because he was pounding on the hood of the car, and before even Tony got out of the car.
Really?
And Tony looked up and he said, he's going to tear my car up. But it was absolutely just, I mean, I just cannot tell you what a great week it was.
And I know Rob Keck was the Turkey Federation was.
Yeah, Rob was with us, and Johnny. We've done this. They've been the sponsor of that event for the last 3 years, and this is my fourth year at the 500 in Atlanta. And
you went to Bristol too.
Yeah, we've done Bristol 2 or 3 times, and.
Are you getting the hang of this? I mean, are you leaning over and waving that flag as a?
Well, I got to start a couple of races. There's a fiddle player up in Branson, Missouri, by the name of Shoshi.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I know him. I can't pronounce him now, but he's got the golden restroom. So that's all I know.
Right. He was the flag starter. He got to start the race this time, and he can play a fiddle like who'd have thought it? I'm telling you, he is absolutely unbelievable, and he appears up there with Roy Clark and Mel Tillis.
Yeah. So
he asked me. He's a tremendous entertainer from Japan, but he's moved here and he's been here in this country for about 20 years. But he asked me. He said, "Bill, I don't understand why you don't ever take me fishing." And I told him, I said, the reason I don't is because you eat the bait. but Shoshi was the starter this time, the flag bearer.
Well, I think that's pretty neat for you. But and then he wrapped it all up. Still had to go fishing sometime.
I got to go with my old buddy Phil King. You know, Phil's guiding over at Pickwick, and what a tremendous fishery we have right there in that body of water. We catfished in all that wind, trying to think, day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had that front come through, and surprisingly, they ran a lot of water. They were running it all the way around the TVA chain.
Really?
And, of course, we had a north wind, with a current flowing north, but it kind of slowed our drift down. But we had, we started off with a 46-pounder and then a 43-pounder and then a 38-pounder, and we ended up catching, a couple of 100 pounds. We ended up catching 30 catfish day before yesterday, but our three biggest were averaged about 40 pounds apiece. So Bill knows what he's doing. I always call him the Pickwick's top cat.
Well, you could have used those in the tournament then, couldn't you?
One of them.
Yeah. That's all you would have needed, right? So,
just one of those fish in that tournament would have done it.
Well, I know talking catfish, Bill, and that's really close to your heart. In the Mississippi River, I know you've been one of those guys that's been concerned about all the big head carp and all those things out there.
Well, they're just they are just absolutely. They've just taken that river over. It's just unbelievable. And what they're doing, they're just occupying so much available water space. We don't see the shad that we once saw, both threadfin or gizzard shad.
Yeah.
And we go into areas where we used to catch shad for bait, and they're just not there. But these silver carp and big head both have just infested. I mean, absolutely. River's absolutely full of them. There is one good thing. These cormorants are eating them pretty good.
Yeah.
And catfish will eat them pretty good.
Well, what about manatees?
I don't think manatees would. We were going to get us. I was going to get Dick Tillman, go over to Kroger's and get a bushel of lettuce.
Yeah.
And Big Cat Patterson and I were going to float the river. I told said, if you see two guys floating down the river, is it illegal to fish with lettuce for manatees?
Well, we'll let you go, Bill Dance. Okay, buddy?
Well, listen, y'all, good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you. Congratulations.
Big weekend.
Okay, buddy, we'll talk to you, okay?
Thank you, gang.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, buddy.
I could see Bill chumming coleslaw out of the back of the boat, you know.
Yeah. Well, I thought Bill was the one that brought the manatee up here. You know,
I
he'd been to
wouldn't
Florida.
doubt it. Yeah.
So I just figured maybe
Might have been one of his fans.
one of his fans coming all the way up here. But
Yeah, Bill's a good guy.
he's an amazing man.
I seen a study one time, you know, that tourism had put out, and they was talking about when you mentioned Tennessee, you know, the people all over the country and stuff. And the first, you know, what do you recognize with Tennessee? You know, of course, the first one was Jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
But the number two name on the list was Bill Dance.
Jack Daniels and Bill Dance.
Jack Daniels
And
and
then
Bill
Elvis.
Dance.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
he beat Elvis out.
All right.
Hey, Phil King, how you do, buddy?
Doing great, Larry. How you?
All right. Well, Mr. Dance has just been on and talked about what kind of fishing success you guys had. We're talking to Phil King, the guide on the Tennessee River out of Corinth, Mississippi, and one of my friends, and he said y'all had a pretty good fishing trip.
I'd say we had an excellent trip.
Well, tell us what happened. We wanted to compare our
Yeah, we're going
notes.
to compare
We're
notes
trying
here.
to compare if these fish have gotten bigger since Dance talked, you know, so.
Our best seven weighed 170 pounds the way I figured it up.
That's pretty close to Dance. I mean, he'd have to take his shoes off to start adding them up and everything like that. But what's it like to fish with Bill Dance?
Well, first it's an honor to get to fish with a legend like Bill, and I'd say he's become a friend over the years. I've met him. James Patterson introduced me to him, and we've been friends ever since. And the only thing about fishing with Bill is you got to keep one eye on him when you're in the boat with him, because he will jerk your line if he catches you looking off, or he will he will pull a prank or two on you. So keep both eyes on him when you're out there.
Oh, he wouldn't do that, would he?
Nah.
Yeah. Tell our listeners what's going on fishing wise, y'all. Is this a good time of the year on the Tennessee River?
Oh yeah, we probably had about 30 head that day Thursday,
That's
and
exactly
then
what he
the
said,
weekend
Phil.
before we had 40 plus head of fish. As we fish for smaller eating size fish, which a lot of folks like to do this time of year. So that's what we're going to do today.
And so you're going back out today. I know that front moved through, and we had some pretty good wind. So he said that, but the generation, what's the water like over there?
They're going to run good water till noon, and then they're going to cut it back a little bit to two generators here on Pickwick. So we'll have moving current all day.
All right, give our listeners, if they want to get in touch with you, Phil, what's that number? And
662-286-8644. Go to web and type in Phil King and catfishing. A lot of catfish stories out there, and you can contact me on the web.
all right, Phil, we'll appreciate it, buddy. Okay,
Thank you.
we'll talk to you later. All right,
Bye-bye.
Mr. Phil King, who's been fishing with Bill Dance this week, and he actually, I wasn't really putting.
You'd be surprised. He just mentioned something that the fishermen I know that fish Tennessee River over there, what they keep track of in their diaries is how much flow is coming through, and they can tell you exactly, if they're pushing this much water through them turbines, I can go over here and catch fish. If they cut it back to here, we'll go over here and catch
You
fish.
need to know those things. All that stuff adds up.
All right, speaking of fish, all right, Theo, we're going to give away a box of fishing lures and things
Right,
here.
a whole box of
a
fishing
whole bunch
stuff.
of stuff. We're going to take the second caller, 274-7979. This is all the fishing. So you're talking about fishing, 274-7979. The lights are going up there.
Man, they own your speed
Second
dial.
caller. You can forget it now, all you late callers now. So I like the second today.
Oh, yeah, second.
I'm going on that. Today's not the second, but it's close.
Yeah.
So we got a winner. So okay, guys, y'all can put it away. Somebody's just won all that fishing lures and fishing. You'll have to come down here during regular business hours at WMC 1960 Union Avenue, and they will take care of you and have your name. Theo Brown will have all that taken care of and everything. And I know we're going to talk in just a minute on the last segment. I want to really get into a little bit about hunter education now. Gene, I'm assuming most of the courses are over. I mean, you're in a lull now, right?
Well, kind of in a lull, but we do have a DVD class coming up November the 15th. So you people that hadn't had your course, this is a one-day course. You go to the range and get you a DVD and do it at home on your computer.
Amazing.
And then you could go to the range on the 15th. It's a field day.
You can't do the range on your computer. I mean,
No,
we had a guy do that, and it blew his computer all to pieces.
It's hard to plug them holes in them monitors.
There's little games that come through there that you can
but this
actually
is real. He uses real gun, messed the whole thing.
Yeah, that would mess it up and everything. Yeah. So, did he pass?
Well, we don't know yet. He can't get out of the printer.
But that's a DVD course. That's
right.
Pretty amazing. Yeah.
They just go to the range, or if you can go online. Can you go online with that same class, Dave?
I believe so,
Okay.
but it's
We'll just go to TN Wildlife.
Yeah, it's better if you go by and get the DVD.
Right.
That way you can spend, at your own pace, between now and the 15th, and it's
two people
really,
can study at the same time.
Right.
It's amazing. If we can take a course in the electronic age. We're in the electronic age.
I know, that's right.
Did you ever think we'd be in the electronic age?
I know, that's right. Guy, remember last year the guy said we were talking to him in a duck blind. He got hit. He got hit by a duck. Remember, we thought he got shot, but somebody shot a duck and almost knocked him down.
Well, I'm still marveled that we can flick a switch
and go anywhere,
and the lights come on
all over the country. Right here at this station.
Yeah, because I remember with electricity. People say, "How old are you?" Well, I said, "Well, we didn't have a TV when I was growing up." Okay, but I can always remember what Satchel Paige always said, the great baseball pitcher. Ask him how fast he was. He said, "Well, let me just tell you this. When I turn the lights off, I'd be in the cover before it gets dark."
That's fast.
That's fast.
That's fast.
That's fast. And
let's
that's
give
what
away
it is.
this girl thing.
All right, we're going to. Right
after
after
the
this break, we're going to come back, and we're going to give away
a shirt and a hat for a lady.
A shirt and a hat for a lady.
It's a Sports and
Wells. So let's
or
take
for
a break.
the guys in touch with their feminine side.
We got to get out. The golf guy's already here, man. Country Legends, WMC 79, Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.
We're the mighty